AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Diet Time is here. That's right. We're talking Amityville II, The Possession on Kill by Kill. Well, greetings and salutations, Internet. It's your old pal, Patrick Hamilton, coming to you once again from Amityville, Long Island. And this is the Kill by Kill podcast, the show that is dedicated to talking about the characters in horror films and the order in which they die. And so, of course, here to help me along in this process is the only person I trust to help me exorcise a demon, even when I'm in jail. The one, the only, Gina Radcliffe. How are you doing, Gina?
I am so excited. Ever since I agreed to do this podcast some 2.5 years ago, all I could think was, I can't wait until we get to Amityville 2, The Possession, and we're here finally. This is a Chariots of Fire moment for me.
It's all slow motions and running by the beach sort of situation happening here.
Triumphant fist pumping. Yes, it's here finally.
I'm not entirely sure that this movie merits such enthusiasm. Almost no one in it shows any enthusiasm. It's morose, and yet it goes on for an hour and 45 minutes.
It's despairing. It's despairing.
Before we get too far into it, of course, I don't want to scare you or anything, Gina, but we are not alone. That's right. We have a special guest. You may have heard her on podcasts like The Shining 237, and this one you're listening to right now. She's the one, the only Megan Dooley. How are you doing, Megan?
Hi, I'm all right. I'm kind of hanging out like a giant hand from a wall in the basement.
just there in case you need a hand. Basically.
Yeah, moving just, slightly, kind of scaring people by blowing a big gust on their back suddenly.
And then you suddenly feel touched in a bad way. For some reason, I had it in my mind that she's bitten by an invisible force, but that must be a different movie.
That was a better haunted house movie that I feel like we're going to bring up a lot. Is Poltergeist is the movie where he gets ghost bitten.
It's crazy that these two movies were made in even the same decade. Nevertheless, mere months apart from one another. Oh boy. Okay. So let's get into it. Gina, obviously you're the person who is the most enthusiastic about this pile of crap. So
I don't know what that says about me, and I probably don't want to think about it too much.
Listen, we all got our something. I'm sure people thought my enthusiasm about things like Happy Birthday to Me and Prom Night 2, Hello, Mary Lou are deeply misplaced. But you can't convince someone to fall out of love with something.
I don't love this movie. I mean, I don't have any sort of I'm not going to try to tell you that it's good. It's such a weird, indelible part of my childhood, because I feel like this is one of those movies that if you had cable, in the early days of cable, the scheduling was like, well, we have an hour and a half here. What are we going to put? Let's just put this low budget horror movie and we'll just fill it in, every day for, 3 weeks in a row. We'll put it on at 9:30, 11:30. We'll just, every time we have a space, we're going to fill it with Beastmaster and Amityville 2. So I watched this a lot, and again, I'm not going to convince anybody that it's a secret gem. It's a despairing motion picture. It's just, you just watch this and it just despair comes through in every frame. But I think it's one of those movies that I said this before we started recording. If you're not sure if you've ever seen it, you've never seen it. Because once you watch it, it'll be burned into your brain mates forever. You'll think to yourself, like, did I really watch that movie? Did that movie actually happen? And that movie, I think it might be something that is very unique to people maybe between the ages of 35 and 50. I think older than that, younger than that, you're like, yeah, no, I know the first movie and I know the one with Ryan Reynolds, but yeah, no, I've never seen any of the other Amityville movies. But this one though, I feel like is very unique to people around our age.
Yeah. I think I was more aware of its existence, but for whatever reason, I'd watched the first one. I've talked many times how I still think about the scare sequence in that where the windowsill crashes on that kid's fingers. And I think about that a lot. And then there's 3D, which has the benefit of Meg Ryan and a hot tub from hell. And then there's that one sequence in which Candy Clark crashes into a truck and then burns alive for no apparent reason. But then her skeleton is still alive and reaches out for somebody when they open the door.
That's a bitchin' scene.
It's a great gift.
And then there's some sort of like ghost dog that like appears in a photo or something that I'm not quite sure what that explanation was.
There's a haunted swordfish at one point. It's a terrible movie. I don't know. Maybe we'll hold.
And then there's also the newest one, which has Archie from Riverdale as internet personality amongst the young teens, Bella Thorne, who apparently gives fans tours of her house. I don't know. I guess that's a thing now, and kind of goes through the whole movie with a permanent look of dull surprise. Doesn't matter what happens. Dog found dead, brother suddenly up and about, finds blood pouring from the wall with brain matter. All of it just dull surprise.
Yeah, and then there was the 2005 remake, which posited, what if George Lutz was a Chippendales dancer in his off time?
What if George Lutz was fucking hot? Which, the first
you can understand why somebody would want to get inside of him. Yeah.
Why would I want to get out of that house? He's in it. Oh my God, he's so fucking jacked in that movie. I can still see it in my mind. What does it say about me? I can still see him chopping wood.
So much wood to chop. That's at least one kind of follow through for the first and the remake is, boy, they like to chop wood. And how
the first movie has the added benefit of some things I'm not even sure the filmmakers were aware of, in that it has a lot to do with economic anxiety. Mm-hmm. These are people who did not have the resources to buy what is essentially a fucking mansion by a lake.
It's a huge. It was actually on the south shore of Long Island.
So it's by the ocean, basically. Or
it's sort of on the same side of Long Island that the Hamptons is. It's that nice South Shore, North Shore.
So that's a nice part of town.
It's a nice part of land. You're kind of close to New Jersey. You can just go out to the ocean, get some good fishing.
So. That first film has that sequence, and I may have talked about it before, where one of them is like hosting a wedding for a family member, and they hand them a check for $3,000 to pay for the caterer and the cake and whatnot. Yeah. And the house steals the check. And now everyone is freaking out because $3,000 just disappeared.
Yep.
And that's what that house is. It's a metaphor for you being, sucked into home ownership, and there's no escape. Mm-hmm. You're always underwater. And so that element works in its benefit. Here, none of that exists. So let's just get into.
It's a different thing altogether.
This is about the hell of being together.
Yeah, it's got cash in also. cash-in sequel kind of written all over it just to begin with. Everyone's got that kind of, more of the same. Second verse, same as the first.
Yeah. So we begin on the misty moors of Long Island.
Yes, known for those.
This house is insanely big. It apparently has its own wind channel because every time we're outside, we're seeing leaves blow incessantly.
On the south shore of Long Island, it is always fall.
Oh,
it's kind of like how it's always sweater weather in the summer in New Jersey around Crystal Lake.
Yes, that's true. We did.
It's always fall on the South Shore. Yes,
it's fall it's fall, and yet everyone is sweating like they've just done a schwitz in a Swedish spa. Just rivulets of sweat just pouring down their foreheads.
In the list of sweatiest movies known to man, there's Cool Hand Luke in Amityville 2. The Possession is a very close follow-up. Everyone is just in the middle of a cocaine sauna that we just saw.
The glycerin budget must have been astronomical, just having to spritz everybody.
The one element of this movie that I did not know until this viewing, or at least it just washed over me, was that Tommy Lee Wallace wrote the screenplay to this, which I find rather incredible because I don't think he sucks. And this movie definitely does.
No, I mean, there are a couple of things in there that make you go, wait, what?
Yeah, I was thinking you have to understand that at some point he sat down in it would have been a typewriter because this would have been 1980, 81. So, and he typed out the line, "I don't think mommy wants to make love to daddy anymore."
Oh boy. That certainly is how two American people speak to each other, for sure.
Two American teenagers who are brother and sister. But we'll get to that.
Ooh.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I need to have a bowl to throw up and milk me when I start talking about that.
The whole time I'm watching these two with each other, I'm just thinking of that picture of like Homer Simpson just pouring the bleach in his eyes. Like,
this is the first American movie by Damiano Damiani.
Yeah.
Great
so his
name.
name is Satan Satany or Satanstein, Satanish, Satanini. He's Satan, right? One of his emissaries, one of his second cousins that needs a job and they want to keep him, busy for the summer because he's been causing trouble out in hell. So go and
Just give him a video camera. Let him go to town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think, and I may be wrong about this, this may be his only American movie. And I can also see why.
Yeah. Well, there was something in his CV that said there was a film he did that was titled something like Fatal or Deadly something, but it starred Tawny Welsh, but I'm not sure if that ever came out on English language. Also something that was with Susan Strasberg, I think was something about violence.
Most things with Susan Strasberg eventually got to violence.
But that never seemed to have come out. I mean, very strange. I don't understand it.
Yeah, some of his previous movies include, and I love Italian titles, A Bullet for the General. The Devil is a Woman.
Yes.
How to Kill a Judge.
Yep. And Mafia. Not to be confused with Jane Austen's Mafia, of course.
True. And of course, Pizza Connection.
Yes.
His bloodiest film of all.
Glorious.
And so we get a lot of unsteady Steadicam shots. I don't know if the operator was just drunk or wasn't paying attention. But we're going to see a lot of gliding over uneven surfaces. This is where we're introduced to a side of beef that was dropped on the floor of a barbershop and given the breath of life, known as Burt Young.
I made a list. I'm totally ripping off 80s all over shtick here, but I have him described in my notes as he looks like a pepperoni roll covered in pubes. He's like if Danny DeVito went through a telepod with a ham and then was dropped into a vat of Vaseline. And my favorite one, a gorilla and an orc once fucked and had a baby. Then they threw the baby in a river. That baby, Burt Young. Burt Young. He is repulsive in every possible way to a human being can be repulsive.
Yes.
Yeah. It's quite a performance. And when I say performance, please imagine me giving the biggest and most obvious dick fingers. I mean, half of his lines, he just kind of stops halfway through and is like, oh, I need to take a breath. Then does not pick up any emotion after that.
The noise he makes when he opens the door, whether he makes like sound. It's like, what is that noise leaving your body, Burt Young? It's like he's bringing up a hairball.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, in a sense,
Burt, you know why? It's because Burt's been washing himself in between takes, you know, and he just gets all that hair backed up and just.
Lugging Burt Young from one end of this set to the other must have been a mammoth undertaking. We're introduced to him from the word go. He's yelling at children, and he also this is great. He picks up where the opening shot is the sold sign of the Amityville house.
Yes,
and then we see him yank it out of the ground and throw it to the ground.
Yep,
like. I mean, is he under the belief that if you keep that sign up, another realtor can just come in and sell the house from underneath him? Why is he so triumphant when he throws it to the ground?
Yep.
He spikes it like a football.
He also they also leave unpacked boxes outside the house overnight, which is puzzling.
You know, I've seen that like here, and I don't understand it. Also, it seems like they leave a lot of unlocked bikes on the lawn.
Yeah, I don't know how that works in
my Long Island neighborhood. That didn't work so well. Just a bad idea.
So, in addition to seeing him spike this realtor sign, he also goes out of his way in what feels like takes 2 minutes, but I timed it. It's only 10 seconds. He sees that the two small children that he's transported there are no longer right in front of him, and he charges like a very slow moving mall cop's scooter towards the water. Is like, hey, you kids, you can't do that.
Get away from the water. Get away from the water. He always seems like a man on the verge of having his belt off. Because he's about to hit somebody with that damn belt. You know?
Yeah, it's not exactly Pootie Tang when it does come off either. It's a laborious process to unhinge it from all the truss support that because it's holding up a lot.
It's doing a lot of work there, yeah.
You could definitely hear the sounds of a suspension bridge wires snapping as he takes this thing off.
Every time he takes off his belt, it's the start of a Final Destination track.
Yes.
We also meet his poor suffering wife, who I'm calling not Dee Wallace Stone.
It's Britannia Alda.
Yeah, sure, but
yeah, well, she was. I love her. I love her because she was in Mommy Dearest that same year.
Yes,
what a year for Britannia Alda.
She took the world by storm in one movie, and then she was also in an Amityville movie.
Yes, it was fantastic.
We also meet Light of My Life, at least when I was a teenager.
Yes,
Diane
Franklin.
And one of her earliest babysitter trying to seduce a husband at a beach house roles.
Yeah,
Diane Franklin and her co-star Diane Franklin's eyebrows.
Yes, those glorious things. My God,
that are trying desperately to reach one another. The left and the right side are constantly reaching out to try to make contact. You can almost see it in real time. She instantly refers to Burt Young as a creep. It's like, for the word go, like, I've never referred to my dad as a creep.
Yeah, but your dad is presumably not a rotting pickle in a moldy hot dog bun either.
That is very true. Point Burt Young. I want to state this from the beginning. I want this house to win.
Oh, yeah.
I hate this family.
Oh, yeah.
I hate everything about them.
Yes.
I don't want to spend the near hour it takes to dispatch them.
Well,
it is a trial.
Here's the question. I actually meant to bring this up later, but I'm going to ask it now. So this is already a shit-ass family from Jump Street.
God, yes.
They're basically the anti-Freelings. So
yes.
So here's the question. Are the evil spirits in the house, did they exacerbate what's already going on with them? Or are they such a shitty family that they kind of woke up the spirits?
They didn't have to work hard. Let's put it that way. This was more of a nudge than a push.
Yeah, it's also confusing because in the first Amityville horror movie, they at least allude to the fact that before they were there was a series of murders where a large Italian family was completely killed. I think there were like 6 members of the family, all killed by the teenage son. That was the DeFeos.
Right.
And so it's kind of unclear. Is this supposed to be before the Lutzes? Because they never mention the Lutzes and, we got such a cheap price and all the furniture's already here.
I think it is. I think it is supposed to be what happened before that, even though, he's got a Walkman and the clothes are all very, early 80s and presumably I think the real life case, I want to say, took place in 1974. I want to say. So, but, I think it's in spirit. It's meant to be what happened before that. But I just wonder, I feel like that, the idea is that the family brought all this negative energy into the house with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's bad to say you shouldn't say bad things about people who were murdered, but almost everything I've read about the original DeFeo family mentions they were problem people. They had problems. They had issues with each other. The dad hit the kids. They were the screaming family.
Yeah. Well,
the ones that you could hear.
This film very accurately portrays them because he is constantly threatening to hit children.
Yes.
The brother and the sister are openly flirting with one another immediately.
I had Sonny described as a dollar store Matt Dillon. Because he's got a little bit of a Matt Dillon vibe going on. But I mean, they are like eye fucking each other and like, she's like, oh, why don't you want to hold me anymore? And it's like, I mean, she's like, I guess she's about 15, 16 and he's, out of high school, but I guess maybe 18.
It's like 28. How old is this?
Yeah, he looks anywhere between like 18 and 30. And
I'm sorry.
But like they're asking each other, well, what's your type? And I'm like, you don't talk to your opposite sex sibling about what kind of person they're attracted to. And that's the thing. And like, I mean, the whole movie kind of sets up Diane Franklin's character as being, the kind of innocent victim in all this. And then there's this last minute thing that she says, or it's like, oh no, you're just as fucked up as everybody else in this family.
Yeah.
And you have to ask, is it the house that's doing it to her? Or is she just, as messed up as everybody else in the house is?
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't great going in, but once they're in, nothing helps. This family is literally one albino away from full on VC Andrews territory. The mother in this movie, excuse me, who I lovingly refer to as not Dee Wallace Stone.
Dolores.
For some reason, a mover joins her downstairs in the basement and he says, hey, you have an extra room down here. Do you want me to check that out? And she's like, sure. And we then get treated to 3 minutes of this guy unable to being rained on with human sewage, and he's like swatting at it with a rag. Like,
it's
back
really
up,
great
you
because
asshole.
It's like when he acts like when you're in a shower that's really kind of like fizzy and drippy. There's not much water, so you kind of have to turn a lot to make sure the water hits all parts of you. He's really giving whatever. I think of them as the poop gnomes. The poop gnomes that are down there all kind of rush forward and start throwing poop at him. And he kind of like, yes, I'll make sure that everyone gets a shot at my large back. Everyone gets a shot to throw a poop bomb at me. That's the poop gnomes for you.
And the funny thing is, Dolores is not at all ruffled at his telling. Now, this is I never owned a home, so, but I would imagine I would be rather put out to find out, number one, you have a secret room that apparently is not on the floor plans of the house. Number two, it's filled with shit and flies. And she's just like, oh, well, that's strange. And evidently, because like later in the movie, Sonny, the older son, is in there and nothing has been done. It is still the house still is just, this constant trickle of, feces. So evidently no one did anything about looking into this room with the sewage leak in it.
Yeah. I would suggest if you find that there's like a very small garage door that opens in the wall of your house, and inside is just darkness and poop goblins throwing poop bombs at you, I would think you should nail that door shut and block it with large objects.
Put something in front of it. But no, she literally just goes back to folding her laundry.
She could not. If I hear the words busted sewer line, that's a call to action. That is not like,
that's where you get Roto-Rooter on the horn.
Yeah, first you're having a heart attack, and then when you pick yourself off the floor, you will crawl over to get your phone, and then you will call the plumber and say, "Please come clean my poop room."
Yes. I have a filth dungeon which is apparently leaking. Can you fix my filth dungeon?
Yes.
I don't want to smell it anymore. Meanwhile, she's like, time to pick out curtains. There's no fucking way.
She's not an architect, but I don't think the septic tank should go inside of the house.
No, it should not.
That's where it does not go.
She's just like, dookie room, what can I do?
What can you do?
She treats it like it's a bathroom that is painted a color she doesn't like. She's like, I'll get to that eventually. That's not an emergency, I will grant you. A leaky filth dungeon is.
I can only imagine that living amongst Burt Young, her husband, and God knows whatever he does in the privacy of his own bathroom. That's just kind of made her numb.
That's a good point.
Of the poop goblins. Like,
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Well, how much good
of my husband's special bathroom, I guess. That'll be his office.
So basically, the premise here is that how much could a leaky septic line really cause you if you are constantly sleeping next to Burt Young?
The holidays are here, and that means it's the most wonderful time of the year to save with Rakuten. Use Rakuten to stack cash back from your favorite stores on top of holiday sales. That's savings on savings. With Rakuten, you can get cash back on gifts for everyone on your list. From toys for the kids, to kitchen gear for the person who loves to cook, to electronics for everyone. You can even save on something for yourself. Just shop the stores you love, and cash back is automatically added to your account. And you can get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can even choose to earn membership rewards instead of cash back. It's truly a no-brainer. Join for free today and get a new member bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's RAKUTEN. Terms and conditions apply.
The bad spirits in this house have remained inside the filth dungeon and don't wander out of it. Okay, sure, fine. But once they do, we get a wonderful little move that we're going to see over and over and over again. I call it ghost POV. So
Very
it's like
confusing ghost POV.
yes,
It is, because apparently sometimes you can see them and other times you cannot. And probably the funniest scene in this whole movie is, I guess it would be when Sonny is possessed, and it is 5 minutes of this poor kid being chased around by a camera in this house and reacting to something that we never see.
Does he see it?
He shoots at it, and he definitely reacts as if he can see it.
It does whirl out of there and apparently give her a wind touch, to which she responds badly. Later that night,
so amazingly, yes.
Later that night,
I mean, it's like it touched me. It touched something. Something. It's like, yeah, let's just give it a run through. Just put the emphasis on each word, especially one time each. Just go through it. We'll just pick out the best. Oh hell, we can't decide. We'll just put them all in.
She has two gears: blasé and woman in fear that her daughter is going to be run over by a train by a silent movie villain. She's only got those two things.
Hysteria and coma.
Later that night, they hear a terrible knocking at the door that's rather incessant.
Yes.
Burt Young struggles to get down these stairs.
Is he also putting his shirt on or his pants on?
He's putting pants on over a pajama top. A filthy pajama top.
He's putting pants on over pants. Yeah. I don't quite get.
I think those are just part of his human body.
Well, we're not quite sure what is part of his human body. Some of it slips at various points. But the knocking is incessant even after they check on it. So he grabs one of his 8 guns.
So many guns.
And cracks open the door and he goes, "Hey, you're trespassing." He runs. He runs out of breath in the middle of trespassing and has to stop, take in a breath, and then continue the line. Trespassing.
Yeah, that short walk down the stairs really winded the hell out of him.
We are then treated to something that fans of industrial shorts have seen very often. That is magical everyday objects that gain a life of their own and just begin doing things. Here, it's paintbrushes. And they decide to decorate the younger 2 kids' room with a wonderful hell beast, and then in cursive,
the pig.
in cursive,
hey, it's flying pig, everybody from hell. Hi.
In cursive, it says, "Dishonor thy father," and then in block letters, "pigs." So it changes handwriting styles 2/3 of the way through.
Yep.
And this Jody's look is my new reaction GIF. It's like, can you believe this? I can't, and I'm in this movie.
I love the reaction of the son kind of vaguely acts like a non-kid actor who's told by the director, "Hey, look over here. Hey," he's like, "Oh," and then the daughter, who's his real life sister, is supposed to look up the wall surprised. And she does the thing where if you're told to look up at the wall, you can kind of cheat. But no, she acts like there's something going on the ceiling.
Yeah, they both have different eye lines happening.
Looking up and up and up. It's in the ceiling now. It's a giant pig. Or it's just they're just going to shake hands with danger with those paintbrushes.
This is when the belt comes off and I tune out.
That's the belt.
That's a paddling.
I only like modern art. I don't care for this representative shit. That means a belt's coming off. He always talks like there's a cigar in his mouth, even when there's not.
No, because he's struggling for oxygen. That's part of it. Trespassing. Cut to a local Catholic mass, and This priest is totally into graphic tees, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's Father Adamansky. Adamansky. And he's the cool priest, I guess.
He's got the same rug that Rod Steiger wore, I believe, in the first one.
Yes.
Got that same non-natural material look to it.
It looks like it was just stapled in. We will be returning to his wig many times throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. But Not D. Wallace says, we've just moved in and we would very much like you to come over and bless our house so that, you know, we can have flies attack you, because we all saw the first movie.
Bless this mess.
And when he comes over, Burt Young is not happy at all.
He keeps calling him priest, which is really hilarious.
Priest.
And he's like, "Want to smoke, priest? Want to drink, priest?" And then it's like,
"You want some scotch? Hey, son, get the 5-year-old kid to ask him if he wants a scotch."
How about a Playboy, priest? You want one of those? And can we just take a moment to break away when they send these kids to go get the priest a drink? And the little girl goes up to the brother and puts a plastic bag over his head.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. That was so awesome.
What is wrong?
That was not evil spirits. That was real kid evil.
This family is extraordinarily dysfunctional.
I mean, at one point during the sequence, after the eruption happens, Not D. Wallace says, "My God, what's happened to us?" Not much. Very little has changed. Father, not your dad, does not take kindly to Burt Young's parenting style, which is to threaten violence or just do some violence. He's got 2 gears when he's not running out of breath. And so he doesn't really enjoy either the paranormal activity or the parental abuse. And he storms off into the night only to find Chekhov's Book of Prayer shredded by basement demons? Sure, why not?
Goblins.
And at one point he shakes Sonny's hand, and there's like a musical singer, like Sonny has a joy buzzer in his hand.
Yeah.
There's so much musical saw in this movie. Stop.
Buzzsaw through a nail. It's like he just walked across a very large wool carpet to get to the priest, and then shook his hand and got that zap. I don't care for your parenting style, and I don't want to drink. I'm leaving. And you know why they shredded his Bible? Because he didn't get to around blessing the basement.
But he didn't get to bless much of anything.
And I also like how she said, "Bless my bedroom," not our bedroom, but my bedroom.
Listen, you can eradicate many things, but the stink of Burt Young will always be there, even when they leave.
Well, did you see what the director, I don't know if he actually filmed it or if he wanted to put it in, which was there were 2 sex scenes that he wanted to film because he thought that the American audience would needed to be shocked.
Oh, like the consensual incest was not shocking enough.
There was more of that. And then there was a scene where Burt Young sodomizes Not D. Wallace.
It's
we really needed that. I mean, just anytime he is existing in the same frame that she does, everyone is just.
I can't imagine looking at this movie and then going, you know what's missing here? Spousal anal rape.
Yes, exactly.
Just a smidgen of that.
I really want to see a woman get violated by a bunch of flypaper strips shaped into the vague shape of a man.
Yeah. Spam if it fell into the lint trap in the dryer. Going to town on poor Retanya Alden. No, thank you. Pass. Hard pass.
So Not D. Wallace Stone says, listen, I'm sick of you beating all of us. I'm sick of you disrespecting this priest who all he did was come over here with a rug on his head, pretending that it's real hair.
And was going to bless this place.
Yeah.
There's Mr. Microphone, so he can say, hey, good looking, I'll be back to pick you up later.
He says, we're all marching off to his parish, and you're going to apologize to that priest. Mm-hmm. And this is the introduction of a brand new character into the movie that has not been there for this first half hour, and that is Burt Young's cane. Mm-hmm. Somehow, Burt Young has grown a cane. Maybe it was an extra bone in his forearm and it just slid out, and now he still has to hold it.
Maybe he's like an eye where they have an extra long middle finger that they refer to as a toilet claw.
He's just exhausted from all the beatings and just needs that extra support.
I hurt my arm beating my children and my wife.
Oh God!
And my oldest son, who's a squeaky clean teen, and knows how a motor works in a car. When he first pulls up in his super rad Corvette,
I think it's a Fiat. I don't think it's that cool. Yeah, because it's definitely an import. So they all trudge off to do this, and Sonny decides to stay behind and smoke a J. But before he can get high off that tie stick, he hears a noise. Sonny investigates by grabbing a hammer, and as he searches the second floor, the worst jump scare I've ever seen in my life occurs when he's just walking down a hallway and a suitcase knocks him on the shoulder. There's no ramp up to this. It happens, and he just kind of looks like, the fuck? Why'd you throw a suitcase at me?
It's almost like
and then the movie continues.
The wall. Yeah. Who knows?
It's just it's worse than a cat scare, because at least a cat, it has sentience and you can't control it. A suitcase, some gorilla from a 1975 commercial had to pick up that suitcase and throw it at him. Yeah. And he's like, I'm not going to find that gorilla. I'm just going to continue on with my life with this giant Walkman the size of a fucking briefcase attached to my jeans. So Sonny heads down to the basement where all of Dad's many, many guns,
so many guns,
are just housed in an open rack next to stacks and stacks of ammo. Like he's getting ready for Obama to come and take his guns.
That's
really early.
Happens. That's too much for one belting to handle. This goes beyond belt. I'm going to have to get the gun.
Why was Burt Young so nervous about his kids drowning? With that many guns unlocked, they're much more likely to shoot themselves than drown in a lake. There is one genuinely creepy moment here, and that is when Sonny descends into the filth dungeon, and for reasons the movie never cares to explain, you just see this one object sticking out of a wall. And what I said when I saw it was, is that the trunk of an elephant? No, it is an arm and a hand just hanging out there, reaching out for him.
I love that. I don't know if that makes sense in Italy or to the director or to Tommy Lee Wallace, but oh my God, that is amazing. That's like from the WWE when Mark Henry got Mae Young, who was in her 70s, pregnant, and finally after all these months of being a pregnant 70-year-old, she gives birth to a giant hand. It's like, it's the giant. Yeah, it's the giant Mark Henry hand, and now it lives in a basement on Long Island. Sure, why not?
There you go. That's an origin story.
And again, his like mother, like son, his reaction to this arm coming out of a wall is pretty understated. He's a little bit. He's kind of like, oh my God, and somehow does not like run out the other wall, like leaving like a him-shaped hole in its place. I mean, one thing that and of course the running gag about these movies is how long white people will put up with weird shit happening in their houses. So it's a gag with a kernel of truth in it. But I'm sorry, if I see an arm coming out of a wall, and particularly, I don't care if it's moving or not, this thing's moving. I'm not going to just kind of hang around the house like, well, I guess I'll just wait for mom and dad to get home. I am fleeing. I don't even care if I haven't met the neighbors yet. I will run down to the 7-Eleven and wait because I am not going to spend another single minute in a house that has an arm growing out of the wall.
If that was me, I would run to like another part of the house and open like a closet to see if there's a giant foot there.
Where's the rest of you?
So your theory is there's various parts of the house that contain the other limbs to this mystery person?
It's somehow it made more sense in Houseu. Where you have the giant girl's head coming out of the wall, being like, yep, I'm stuck in the house now, and so are you.
Yeah. I think part of the reason why we don't get a great reaction from him is because the arm instantly disappears and is replaced with our old friend, Ghost POV, and some really fancy camera work. Yes. Sonny retreats ever so fucking slowly to the third floor, where he performed some very undercooked prop handling work with a gun. He practically just throws the gun at this invisible force that we never seen. But finally, the ghost overtakes him, and he just sort of lies down on the bed, but with his feet still on the floor. It's an awkward look. And then the ghost uses him uses him as some sort of trampoline.
Is he like
jumping on the bed?
Watching it from a modern perspective,
the pig.
From a modern perspective, it looks a little rapey, but I don't know if that was the intention.
Do ghosts generally rape men's stomachs?
Well, you know.
I don't know. I'm asking for a friend.
I was waiting for it to do something else. I was like, boy, that looks like latex. I wonder if something's going to explode out. Is he going to get him pregnant? Is he going to give birth to a pig or a whole bunch of sausages or a foot or a knee or
it's nothing that exciting. The ghost just smears a lot of like Sculpey on the side of his face.
Yeah, he starts. Oh, and he gets the air bladder thing, like in American Werewolf. That's
weird. Yeah, that was every movie after that had that gimmick, and all did it poorly. But like
eventually he's all green and looks like Lux Interior from the
Cribs. and his head is like bulging and throbbing on one side. I'm like, oh, it's like when I get a migraine.
Yeah. Yes.
He gets one of those.
He does. Especially when he's got a really big mouth, and then he goes, oh! I rewound it a few times because I was trying to get a screenshot of it, and it's like listening to this, like, geez, I wonder if he was a singer. It's a really good.
Yeah, he's like,
Listen, if you had scanner veins constantly popping up on your hands and a Manitou goiter sitch happening on your neck, you would be screaming too.
Yes.
My description was Mr. Jekyll called and he would like his makeup concept back.
I love with possession. The first thing for the possession makeover, off go those eyebrows.
Yeah.
No eyebrows for you.
Yeah,
the first things to go.
And like the longer the movie goes on, the more he starts to look like Eddie, the Iron Maiden mascot.
lots of red eye makeup is next. Rub a lot of brown stuff all over the teeth, so each of the teeth appear stained and separated from each other.
Yeah,
that's a must.
There's a lot of tooth work happening in this movie.
Yes, and a lot of yellows and greens applied to the face as well. Kind of look like somebody sneezed all over him.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. There's a lot of gesundheits happening right before the camera started to roll.
It's such a great. I just love that.
It's like it's trying to force its way into his belly button, and then once it gets in there, it's very weird. This movie just happened to be placed right before Freddy's Revenge, because there it's also about this otherworldly creature forcing its way into and out of the lead character's body, and there's a lot of body horror and psychosexual things. So as unsuccessful as some people view Freddy's Revenge, it is the fucking Exorcist compared to Amityville II: The Possession.
It somehow makes more logical sense and is more believable than a house that has a poop basement and a giant hand in the wall and turns you into Lux Interior if you go above the second floor.
you realize that we're now at the point where we're stalling because we know what happened. We know what happens after this scene. This is the most head scratching scene in the whole movie.
Just content warning for
the giant hand coming out of the wall.
Yeah.
Content warning for all of our listeners who may be sensitive to this sort of thing. We don't want to talk about it, and we'll talk about it. We'll try to breeze past it. But if it's something that alarms you or makes you feel uncomfortable, you can skip forward 5 minutes. You'll be fine. So now that they might have thought better about this, let's talk about one of Diane Franklin's greatest lines in this entire movie. Quote, "It's strange. I don't think mommy wants to make love to daddy anymore." And at that very second, my penis fell off.
And she's all like pensive and sad about it. Like you really need to comfort me over the fact that mom and dad ain't fucking anymore. And it's like,
it was a point of pride before.
It would have been better if they said fucking, just to hear her say make love. I'm sorry. Any physical act that involves Burt Young is not love. I'm sorry.
No, have you ever seen him eat a hoagie?
Okay, between him and a large cheese and meat food stuff, that would be the closest you get to love. But yeah, between Burt Young and another human, no.
But she brings this up like this is a problem that the brother maybe needs to step in and get involved in, and it's like,
what's she expecting him to do in this situation? Like, what do we do? To like feed them Playboys?
She's genuinely heartbroken over this, and it's like, most people, they know in an abstract sense that their parents have had sex at least once, possibly more if you have siblings, but no one really thinks about, how often their parents are getting it on.
Did she keep a journal at some point where it's like Wednesday night they totally did it? Okay, no one is that concerned about their parents' sex lives. And again, this is just like a normal conversation. She doesn't realize there's anything wrong with him. She's just like, yo, you're here. Let's talk about mom and dad's sex life. And it's just like,
do you think they're still bawling?
And he's just kind of given this sort of, the best way I can describe it is a sexy Kubrick stare.
It's like he's going to suggest, well, I guess someone's going to pick up the sex slack in this house then. Mom and dad aren't contributing.
And
the kids are too young, so it's up to us.
And over the next 5 minutes, the longest 5 minutes of your life, is this character. Again, there's not supposed to be anything wrong with her. She's not possessed by any evil spirits.
Right. This is how healthy, normal American girls act.
There are numerous moments where she could say, "Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do that. That's really weird that you're asking me to do that. This is an incredibly strange conversation we're having, and I think you really need to leave my room." But no, he's telling her that she's pretty, and she's like, "Oh, I'm pretty," and I'm not even going to describe it in detail. We know people who've seen this know the scene we're talking about. And how she just kind of goes along with it. And it's just, it's so weird and uncomfortable. I mean, not that any scene involving incest, any kind isn't uncomfortable, but it's particularly uncomfortable because, again, there's not supposed to be anything wrong with her. There's not supposed to be evil forces making her do this. There's obviously some sort of thing between them that being in this house has merely exacerbated rather than started. And to jump ahead to a scene later, she's treated as sort of the sacrificial lamb initially, the kind of the good girl caught in this, in this evil forces. And then later she goes and says, "Are you feeling guilty?" Because I'm not. it's like, record scratch. What? Come again?
Yes.
I started to distract myself during the scene by just trying to find as many odd details about her bedroom as I possibly could. The first thing I found was a piece of a magazine cut out and pasted to the wall of the Canadian rock outfit Loverboy.
I liked the big thing of the two cats over her bed that has a giant rattan like headboard.
Yeah, she's about 15 and her bedroom looks like a 35-year-old stewardess.
Yes. Yep.
There's nothing really teenage girl in that bedroom.
No.
I beg to differ, because there's also a giant glamour shot of Warren Beatty, and there's nothing that 50-year-olds love more than Warren Beatty and his mullet.
In 1982.
Yeah. Just the height of his powers. What can you say? Yeah, I'm not even going to get into the I stole your underwear from the laundry. Let's just give a collective blah and move on. Cut to a much less sexy version of the confession that we saw in Prom Night 2. This does not go well. She runs off into the night, but this prompts Father Cheekbones to finally come back to the house and give it a good godly shine. And they have a back and forth, and all of a sudden the ghost demon, which apparently is located primarily in Sonny's neck, he went through the belly button and lodged itself right between the collarbone and his ear. And Sonny somehow makes blood appear in his mom's bedroom. And we get 3 full minutes of half-hearted vomiting after this. He's like,
he just kind of leans on the sink and it's like just kind of falls out of his mouth.
Yeah.
It's like they gave him a cup of chicken soup and they said, hold it there, and then vomit it. And he's kind of like, well, and he's just like, let's gravity do the work.
The funny thing is, it's okay. It's granted, it's blood that shouldn't be there, but it's just blood, and he's carrying on like someone just like shit in his mouth. He's like he's like staggering around. He's gone like he's gone like gray, and he's sweating and almost passing out. And it's just like it's just blood, man. You're a priest. You've probably seen blood before.
Yeah, that's probably why he didn't make it all the way to the basement to deal with the poop goblins.
Yes,
if he can't handle the blood bedroom, then
he's an extremely squeamish priest.
Very squeamish, yes.
But this is put a fire in his belly. So later, we cut to Father, this is my real hair. I can even swim in it. As he asks for permission from the higher ups to let him perform an exorcism, and he's straight out denied. And he also turns down. He also turns down a very tempting offer to attend Sonny's birthday party. So yes, after the incest sequence, then we get the birthday party.
Oh my God, yes.
Which is filmed in slow motion.
It's a birthday party where you kind of tentatively go from member of your family to member of your family, hoping that they wish you a happy birthday. After which, they open the front door and 20 random people come in.
Yeah, are they supposed to be other?
Who are these people?
I was gonna say, didn't they just move in? See how like friends coming over. And what I really love is it's his birthday. He kind of just slowly wanders out and goes upstairs. Yet nobody notices.
I mean, the weirdest part of that is when he goes behind the table and Burt Young raises his cane or his toilet claw, as it were, and embraces him. And the rest of the family claps like they've done something.
Yeah.
Like,
you didn't hit him with a belt.
Exactly. I think it's like,
I don't remember how long you raised your arm up and it didn't have a belt in it ready to hit the kids.
I do honestly think that's what it is. I think they were all like, waiting on bated breath. Is he going to hug him or is he going to backhand him?
Yeah.
Or is he going to keel over from a, from a stroke from trying to hug his son?
Yeah, he slinks.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, he slinks away. And then there's this like weird moment where Diane Franklin thinks that he's staring at her from a window. And so she goes up to shout at him that she's totally okay with the fact that they've been doing it. It's like, and I tore my ears off, and I had to sew them up.
I think I just went into a fugue state, and I forgot to remember all that part. It was just too upsetting.
Oh God, it's
well, there's
so terrible.
There's like at the birthday party. Again, they're just like eyeballing each other, and he's hugging her and like rubbing her back, and finally the mother
picking up on it. Yeah,
notices something's amiss. But of course, because everybody in this family is fucking terrible, she blames it on the daughter. That it's it's something she's doing that's ruining Sonny's life.
That's when I just said, you know what, house, take them all.
Exactly. Can't get that shooting spree fast enough.
That's right. Let's hope he gives him another gun for his birthday.
So later that night, every window in the house is left open so that all the curtains can look like the total eclipse of the heart video. And
I'm sorry. In the beginning, another part that was strange, and I had to go back and check with the sound on or with the subtitles, is when they first go in the house and mom is like, these windows won't open. And then she looks at them closely and she says, nailed.
and they're just they're just confused as to what do we do about these nailed closed windows. I don't know. Use a hammer, maybe.
Not like take the fucking nails out.
And Burt Young just ranting about he's going to call the real estate agent about the fact that the windows are nailed shut. You could try just getting a hammer and pulling the nails out.
I told that guy that as soon as I tear that sign out of the lawn, that all the windows have to be unnailed.
Did his character have a heart attack when he was on The Sopranos, like while he was driving and Sister Goldenhair was on the radio?
Oh, probably.
Sure. Even if it's wrong, it sounds right. So I'm going to say yes. At this point in the movie, Sonny's makeup has devolved into sweaty Morlock. And then we cut to this thing that I always remember from this movie. It came on like MGM HD at one night, back when we were at the old house up in Highland Park. And there was this one thing that I couldn't believe was real. I paused the television and I took a picture of it with my old phone, and it was horrible, but now I have a good one because I was able to get a screenshot of it. And it makes my brain melt. Diane Franklin gets up out of bed and she walks past this rocking chair that has a 3-foot tall Deadwood prostitute stuffed doll sitting legs akimbo. Who owns that?
I looked at it.
You know what it's from? It belongs on Fuck Horse. That's what.
You're damn right. That's Fuck Horse's horse girl.
Yes. I knew you were going to bring that doll up, and so I made sure to look more. I think it may be a Mae West doll, but her legs is spread. That doll's ready for action.
It was very much so.
Of course. Yeah.
It is disturbing. This is where, just to cut it short, Sonny kills his entire family while wearing a teenage caveman appliance on his face.
Yeah, my favorite part about this whole scene, and it goes on, it takes a long time, is that he shoots Burt Young first, and as Patrick,
as one would,
as Patrick mentioned, I might have been off air. It's extremely anticlimactic. You hear
it would be worse.
Yeah, you hear like the gun go off, and then you see Burt Young like fall down. It's just like, and then she shoots the mother. She falls down, and Diane Franklin does this great little see ya, I'm out of here, little hop over her mother to run away.
Yeah.
Now you're no matter how you feel about your mother, if you see her get shot in front of you, you're probably going to be like crouching down, maybe perhaps dragging her away to safety. you're not going to do that. Well, this is your problem now. I got to go.
Yeah.
She does not. She jumps over her and does not look back.
She has two siblings who are still on that floor, and she looks over at them with their door peeked open, then at her dead mom, and she's like, "My name's Paul. This is between y'all," and bolts. Like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. All that's left is a cloud that's in the shape of her as she speeds away, like the Roadrunner.
A whole Diane Franklin shaped hole in the wall.
Yeah.
She goes through running. You know.
This sequence takes forever and is completely unsatisfying. But should I be satisfied by a guy shooting his entire family? It's the craziest ask because it's been building to this. And then it's entirely unsatisfying and unscary and repulsive. It's not what I would call a fun movie-going experience.
No.
I shouldn't want to see Burt Young's, guts explode, but I want something. I don't want him to just slouch to the ground and they're like, "Burt, we're going to do a second take." It's like, "No, I'm going to my trailer."
Yeah, as grody as this movie is, and it does get pretty gross at the end with the weird. The devil is some sort of like alien pupa kind of thing. That's a little. The special effects aren't good, but they're slimy and gross. But up until that point, it's not a super bloody movie. It's despite its repugnant tone, it's not over the top violent. And I feel like the payoff should be at least there's some good kills.
I would be fine with if he came into the room and he shot Burt Young in a very graphic way that would go like you would have some catharsis. And then the rest of it would just be outside seeing flares of gunshots as he goes from room to room and shoots. Like, that would be fine. You don't need anything else. But the movie spends an interminable amount of time both not scaring me and pissing me off. So mission accomplished.
Bad job, yeah.
So the next day, we get introduced to a new variant. He's Action Priest.
Wait, because before he became Action Priest because he was Coward Priest initially. And he took a page from Rod Steiger's book where basically it was like, I can't do anything about these people. Please leave me alone. I'm just gonna ignore your calls. I'm just gonna la 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 la. Nothing. None of this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
He also goes on a camping trip with someone who we've never seen. It's just kind of like, "Hey, guy, time for you and I, two totally heterosexual guys, to go camping together." And it really doesn't come off that way. Not that there should ever be anything wrong with that, but it's played in a very odd way.
You know who that other priest looks like? He looks the guy who gets the part of the fence struck through him in The Omen. The priest who gets impaled.
Sure. Oh, yeah,
That's what he looks like. It's the unfortunate priest club. Yes.
But he hears this calling in the middle of the night and decides to venture back to the house, where he discovers it's surrounded by police and everyone in town is running to get behind the barricade. And then he goes, "It's okay. I was their priest." And they're like, let the priest in.
Yeah.
Let the priest into this active crime scene.
Yep. Yeah. Let him through. Yep. Barefoot. Let him pick up anything he wants in the house. Yeah. It's a priest.
Just don't put on gloves or anything. This is how Amityville CSI rolls.
Yeah. Yes.
And this is where we get introduced to my favorite character in the entire movie. Yes. I don't know if you guys noticed him, but he's the crime scene photographer who loves to take pictures of this priest giving gunshot victims their last rites. And he's taking picture after picture. Like that's not the crime scene. He's giving bodies their last rites, but he's like, give that teenager last rites. Yeah. Now sexy. Now you're angry at me. Now you love me. Good, bad, great. We got it.
Yes. Newsday is going to have gold tomorrow. You're going to love these pictures.
And then we get the noticeable appearance of John Ring. Now, if that name doesn't sound familiar to you, you probably might remember him from his very memorable New York cop roles, most noticeably in things like Ghostbusters and The Hard Way. He just plays a police chief in this. And I love the way that he talks because you immediately think, is that the guy from Ghostbusters who says there's blood draining down the 89th precinct's walls? And that's that guy. I love that guy. Now, if you're wondering at this point, Patrick, shouldn't the whole murder thing be the finale of the movie?
Nope.
First of all, you wanted more of that. That was a terrible. The sooner that ended, the better. Secondly, that plan would have denied us Amityville's third act, where it becomes Exorcist, a Perry Mason mystery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it goes from the first 45 minutes is a Amityville movie. Then we have 20 minutes of a courtroom drama. And then we have another 20 minutes of The Exorcist, shamelessly The Exorcist. I mean, the only thing that sets it apart is, again, the weird alien pupa that the devil looks like for no discernible reason.
That was amazing. That made it all worth it to me. It was okay, this is good. This is something.
My favorite thing when Father Camping is more important than the oath of my office arrives at Sonny's jail cell is that it's built on a very creaky wood floor. I don't think a lot of jails are on creaky wood floors outside of the wild, wild west.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not exactly perfect for keeping, prisoners inside. And then we cut to Father. No, it's not a rug. I've been thinning for a while, but I just wanted to do something about it. Outside of the Amityville house, and he is having dreams of Diane Franklin emerging, and then out of nowhere, a very New England woman.
Yes. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Father, what are you doing here?
Are you parked near the yard?
Wandered out of a Stephen King novel.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
Good news is that this very New England dubbed woman, she happens to work at the local backstory dump. And so she gives us all the backstory we could ever want about this house, which apparently has something to do with a witch being exiled from Salem and then building a house on top of an Indian burial ground, which I hate to break it to everybody. We all live on an ancient Indian burial ground. Yep. We didn't take this place by financial purchase.
One of my favorite things about the Amityville series, and we are literally on 20 parentheses 20. This was the second one. We're now on 20. There are 20 of these, and in each one the story changes in every one. In the remake that we talked about with Chippendales dancer George Lutz, it was Catch 'em and Kill 'em, which I was like, oh, that somebody thought that sounded cool, so we're gonna, then it was like it's not just an Indian burial ground, it's where Indians sent their sick and insane tribe members.
Yes.
And it's like
the Indian nursing home.
Yes. The Indian.
It's very placid there.
Yeah, the Indian hospice. That's what this it's not just bad enough that you have angry Native American ghosts. You have angry Native American ghosts who were crazy when they died. Yep. And it's just like, that's offensive on numerous levels.
Well, considering it's a Native American insane asylum / nursing home, it explains what goes on in the basement when it opens up and we get some people coming out.
Yeah, let's hold on for that, because that's a conversation unto itself. First of all, we've got a date in court.
Yes.
Let's let's hear from the defense. I believe the exact quote from what they're proposing here is that Sonny is not guilty because of, quote, demonic possession. Possessed by demons. That's the same thing. You just said the same words in a different order. That's not a definition.
Yeah. Two things. I love the fakeness of his facial hair. I'm so in love with it. It looks like they sold it along with the wig that's on the priest's head. It's kind of a...
it's a bit of a woolly willy look, yes.
Yes. It's kind of, it was reused later in the video for Sabotage. I thought the actor seemed familiar, and I looked it up, and it was Ted Ross, who, for my age, I recognize him as being he played the Cowardly Lion in The Wiz.
Oh my God, you're totally right.
So he has a familiarity with having fake hair glued onto his face.
He had a really wild 1981.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, this courtroom is so small, and it looks like the court you go to try to fight a traffic ticket.
Yeah, that's very realistic for a Long Island courtroom.
And we learn one thing in this is that there's no way that this defense is going to fly, even though he does mention under his breath that if the ghost doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah.
And next we learn that Father Performative all of a sudden has been denied by the bishop to perform an exorcism, and that, quote, all his parishioners hate him, which I get because he's kind of a dick. Cut to a hospital, and this is where Sonny is lying comatose, and then out of nowhere, his arm in blood spells "Save me."
Save me.
Save me in very neat block letters, I might add.
Because if it wrote "help me," then they would have heard from the William Peter Blatty's people.
Well, the scene in The Exorcist, it's done so well because it looks like it's happening from the inside. Here on this one, it looks like, remember when you were a kid and you would write messages in lemon juice? And then you held it over a lighter, and the message would appear. That's kind of what it looks like. It's just, it kind of appears on his arm and then fades away.
This is when Father, no one can tell it's not my real hair, hatches a plan. And then he's going to steal away this captive, this person on trial for multiple murders, and drag him to a church. And the detective in charge of this case is like, all right, you convinced me. Here, I'll kneel down. You hit me on the back of the head with the butt of my gun.
Did you see who that was?
Who is it?
This is another 70s person that popped up a lot in movies at that time. That was Moses Gunn, also known as Bumpy Jonas from Shaft and Shaft.
He was also, and he was
all over the place. He was in Firestarter.
He was in Firestarter. He was in The Neverending Story. He's in a lot.
He's the king of Neverending Story.
He is.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yes. He was all over 70s and early 80s television and movies.
Here's a quick parenting update. If you have a kid who loves animals, try to remember that The Neverending Story practically starts with a horse dying on camera from drowning slowly.
Ooh.
And if you have a kid who, generally likes animals, they're going to want you to turn off that fucking movie and blame you for a very long time that you ever showed him 1 second of The Never-Ending Story.
I'm 46 and I'm more traumatized by that than I am from the movie we're talking about right now.
Father, it's a lace front. It's not a wig.
Yeah, Father, it stays on even in water, just as in hurricane force winds.
Father, I can run my fingers through it. It's just that natural.
Yes.
Father, finally, I have my old life back.
Father, I'm not just a client. I'm the owner.
Yes.
Yes.
Father, not even my wife can tell.
Which would be really hard to explain.
It really would. Like that. we have to wonder about what that marriage was like. But he decides he's going to drag Sonny to the church, and he gets to the front door, and Sonny sees a cross, is like, fuck this, backs up, and also clubs Father. It's just a piece. It's not a full-on wig. He clubs him, and this is the first time it happens, but it's not the last. He clubs him with his forearms, not his fists. This is a character who's supposedly been hit by Burt Young multiple times. Why does no one in this movie know how to punch correctly outside of Burt Young hitting his wife?
Yeah, they just kind of, maybe he was a volleyball person, you know?
He does have that.
Everyone with their forearms.
Yeah, he does kind of have that. He does kind of have that like serving arm kind of thing going on.
He's clubbing him like he's a gorilla in the zoo. Yes. It's very weird. But he backs up out of frame and gets to the street, and all of a sudden there's a fireball, and he disappears.
Yeah.
Newsflash, everyone. This fucker can teleport via fire.
Yeah.
Surprise. Just if you were wondering if there were any rules to this movie, the answer is no. So Father Red Skull manages to track Sonny down to the Amityville house. Yes. And as soon
Father has my special shampoo come in yet?
Father, please don't go into the closet before I do. As soon as he opens up the basement, blood starts leaking out of the walls. And it's shot so darkly you can't even tell what the fuck is happening. And then there's a flood of
it. It looks like a wave of it in the basement comes from the washing machine because it looks sudsy.
It's true. It's sudsy and maybe a little bright, like they washed it with pinks.
Towels. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I hate it when that happens.
And then, as Megan alluded to earlier, this sort of phantasm tunnel opens up like it's Joyce's bed in A Nightmare on Elm Street. And very briefly, two figures just kind of shuffle out, and then they disappear. Who are these fucking people?
Yeah, Grandma and Grandpa came for Sonny's birthday party, and they went to find the bathroom and got lost.
They're dressed in rags, and they just kind of shuffle like it's the Sentinel, and then they disappear.
Yes, they've got pudding with dinner tonight, Mother. Yes, that's what I hear. Yes, we got to watch the Matlock later on, please. Okay.
So this would pretty much mean it's time for Patrick to go, but not this dude. He's like, no. I got to get upstairs and see what's doing. Turns out it's raining inside this house. I don't know if it's raining outside, but it's raining inside the house.
This house is an environmental disaster.
At one point, he yells at Sonny, "Fight the evil that's inside of you." And all I could think of in that moment was that constant MST3K reference where Joel would say, "Diarrhea, it's like a storm brewing inside of you."
Yeah, but the Imodium commercials, yes. Yeah. Diarrhea. He starts to, he's gone full on Exorcist 3 Brad Dourif in his cell face with the red and green and yellow eye makeup he might have contacts on of some kind, no eyebrows, of course.
Yeah.
The bad drooly tobacco stained teeth, and he's kind of crawling around.
And they never blend makeup appliances in this movie. They just all right, we fashioned these makeup appliances, stick them to his face. Well, now we got to cover him in makeup. They're like, no, we don't have time for that. Just put him in front of a green light and go.
Glenn Hetrick would not approve.
At one point, he again guerrilla attacks the priest.
Yeah.
And when the priest pulls out a crucifix, he does this action roll.
Oh, I love that roll. I love that roll.
I thought it looked like it was done backwards, which if they did would actually show some imagination.
I think it might have been. It looked a little, it either looked backwards or like a little speeded up. It was definitely supposed to look kind of like otherworldly, like their version of the spider walk from The Exorcist.
Right.
It looks like he's a wind-up toy, and they really cranked it up to 11 and just let him go.
Just right off of him. Yep.
And then in the middle of this, cavalcade of poorly assembled makeup appliances, out pops Diane Franklin, whose makeup,
know who I am, Father Fake Hair.
whose makeup can only be described as whore on Barney Miller. It's a very specific look.
It's a little Robert Palmer's Dancing Girls. It's a little smidge of Divine.
It's a lot of Divine.
It's sort of like if you use the entire wall of Wet n Wild cosmetics to kind of produce your look, that's what you end up with.
Yeah.
No matter what colors, you end up looking exactly like that.
Again, to compare this movie to The Exorcist, which it obviously wants to be compared to.
So much. Yeah.
This is basically their equivalent of the "Demi, why you do this to me" scene. In which Father Karras is tormented by the voice of his late mother, who he feels guilt about leaving by his estimation, leaving her to die in a nursing home.
Demi, why you not come visit me, Demi?
Yeah, this is how the demon torments him. Whereas in this one, it's, this is that teenage girl you thought about fucking, Father. And it's just so much. It's just really in keeping with the sleazy tone of the the way he's reacting. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking about that.
Yeah. I don't know about that, because to be honest with you, I think he has a much deeper relationship with Boy Priest Wonder than he does thinking about Diane Franklin and her ill-advised makeup choices. At this point, Sonny just goes through a process of like some demons melt in your mouth, not in your hand. This one just pulls apart like a Skittle left in the sun.
And like I said, it's not well done, but it's still pretty gross.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very slimy. At one point, Sonny's head looks like a sloth mold from the Goonies was just dropped on the floor.
I was gonna say, and after a while, then he looks like a rotting. He's like a rotting jack-o'-lantern after a while, and then there's just a sort of like bug creature that's supposed to be the devil, apparently.
It's like proto E.T. is just inside of this cracked outer shell, as it were. And then out of nowhere, the house just fucking blows up. It just blows up.
But it's fine seconds later.
Yeah.
No harm done.
Again,
as they say,
fire has no rules.
The alien. Second thing, you're gonna have a blowy up house.
Yes. It's written like the realtor did tell him that there's a significant, like 70-80% chance your house is gonna blow up, but doesn't cause a lot of damage. So there you go. It dries up all the rainwater from inside your house.
And probably does away with the black mold that had been growing as well.
And
just zap that right off.
And then, like, there's that sequence again ripped off from The Exorcist of pleading to God, take me instead of
me.
Take me. And
I'll be gone in a day or two. Sorry, 80s.
And then like Boy Priest Wonder escorts Sonny away to the police, and you cut back and, Priest, seriously, like, I used to have a full head of hair. I just need something to help me boost my confidence. Can you understand that?
Yes.
It's not that I'm bald. I have very light colored hair, so my scalp showing through.
Yes.
Well, the T levels are incredible.
Here's a question. So he exercises Sonny.
Yes.
Successfully, one can assume.
Yeah.
So what's supposed to happen to Sonny after that?
Well, Boy Priest Wonder says, well, just explain to them that it wasn't your fault.
There you go.
Again, I don't think this is going to work.
That's going to work.
Yeah, he definitely shot his family.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
100% shot his family. Let's just put that out there. He needs to go to jail for a very long time.
Children on purpose.
Yeah.
Shot, maybe you could get away with Burt Young and say self-defense. He was coming at me with the belt. But yeah, you can't shoot little children and expect to like get away with a oopsie.
The hero in this movie is that house. The house is taking out the trash for all of us.
Yeah, house says, I wash my hands of all of you filthy people.
And so our final shot is of the priest having his hands throb like he's getting scanned.
I was gonna say he's got some varicose veins in those hands, man.
Yeah,
Man.
someone's working them bladders overtime, and then he gets his own little Manitou baby growing in his neck, and then I assume after that wanders the United States like the Incredible Hulk.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
With a satchel on his back, just going from town to town trying to solve problems and stay out of the way. But then when his neck starts throbbing, look out, because he's going to teleport via fire, like a ghost does.
You know, or topless on a bed, like Susan, what's her name in the Manitou?
Oh,
isn't that Strasbourg?
Strasbourg.
That's Susan Strasbourg. Yeah.
Yes. Goes.
I can't believe that's coming out in April on Scream Factory, because if you have not seen Tony Curtis in a very short kimono,
yes,
hold on to your hats, baby.
Yeah, you know, when I got the chance to assign you guys something to watch, the second place in my mind was the Manitou, but I couldn't find it available in like a free version.
Yeah, after April it'll become.
Oh, it is amazing.
Yeah. So that pretty much does it. That's Amityville 2, The Possession. Yep. It fucking sucks.
It does.
It does, and it's great at the same time because it's just like it's very much a I cannot believe what I'm watching type of movie.
Yes.
And just there's just so many. Like this is like one of those movies where you want to ask the screenwriter, why did you make this decision? Why did you think that the audience would not get enough how awful this family is and how there's something deeply wrong with these people that you felt you had to throw in a scene of consensual incest?
Gina, this is a very passionate family, okay? They feel that they love, they hate, they feel it all is on the surface. They carry around a cane like it is toilet claw.
You know, sometimes you just fuck your sister.
Yeah, everybody. Sometimes, every time it's very uncomfortable to the point of the racism with the accent this is a mama movie, huh? Some people, they ghosts, they teleport via the fire, okay? So what do you want?
And then he fireballs back to his place in Italy, never to answer
never to gain American employment again, thank God. If only I'd had that one scene where Burt Young forces himself on his wife, then everyone would love the movie. They say, Dio mano, it was the work of a genius. I would like to apologize to Italy, everyone of Italian descent, and maybe some French people. I'm not great at accents. It's not my strong suit. And so that just about does it. We've gone long talking about this terrible fucking time. It's practically as long as the movie. That's unforgivable. But before we go, Megan, where can people hear more from you if they're sparked by your magnificent performance here?
You would go to the Shining 237 website and look for my name in some of the episodes. I think I'm in the very first episode, and I was on the episode before the one that's out now, and you should listen to the one that is on now because she actually got Danny Lloyd himself to talk to her over the phone about working with Stanley Kubrick.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then Gina, where can people hear more from you on these here internets?
I write about 80s old TV, movies, and pop culture in my own website, GinaRadcliffe.com. And I am also a writer at thespool.net, in which you can find my reviews recently of the newest season of True Detective, of The Umbrella Academy, and more. And I'm also on Twitter at Porcelain72.
Excellent. And of course, before we go on to our various social media handles, why don't we ever so briefly discuss what's happening in the world of Patreon?
Well, we're after a dry spell, we're back, baby. We got we got a very, very big week of new sponsors, new patrons, whatever we're supposed to call them, people that keep us financially solvent in this pure podcast. So I want to say a big thank you and welcome to Tori Ruth, Paul Huggins, Jill Zawiska. I'm going to massacre this name, Juha Hakila. Michelle Rash, Samantha Rita Stone, and Vanessa Vinci. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. And to know where your money is going, Gina is on a brand new microphone paid for by you.
You could hear every gulp, every sniffle. If I move a fraction of an inch, it gets picked up. It's very intimidating.
She no longer has to turn her head to appear on this program.
I no longer have to contort myself like Reagan walking down the stairs backwards in The Exorcist, which is a much better movie than the movie we just talked about.
Absolutely. So thank you very much. And of course, every month we have the newsletter, and then we have a special episode for you. In the past month, we just talked about Candyman, which was a lot of fun. The month before that, we discussed The Visitor, which probably one of our funniest episodes that
That's
only
my
people,
fault.
yes, that's Megan's fault, that only people on Patreon can hear. If you would like to have us review a movie as equally as insane as The Visitor, you have to be a $10 patron to accomplish that and put your name into the bucket. And if you win, you get to choose. Now, there's some rules. We're not going to we're not going into survival mode, but there's a lot of open territory to be discussed. So come on down and help us do that. And that should be next month. Now, beyond that, for us, you can find us on Twitter at Kill by Kill Pod, the Facebook group and the Facebook page to discuss movies in more detail. And of course, on Instagram at Kill by Kill Podcast. And that just about does it. When we return, the body count will continue, and we will discuss one of my favorites of the Nightmare on Elm Street canon, Part 2, Freddy's Revenge.
That is amazing.
I wouldn't even say low-key love this movie. I kind of love this movie. I love every inch of it. I think it's purely 80s bizarreness, and I think it's a welcome refresh and an interesting tack on the entire Freddy Krueger lore, and I can't wait to talk about it. We've already lined up some very interesting guests to give us their take as well, and so we can't wait for you to visit us when that happens. So, when that happens, until then, for myself and for Gina and for Megan, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Salute.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.